Welcome back, my students. I'm Ellie at EnglishFunZone.com, and today's video is a special request. My YouTube subscriber wants to know, are there any rules for using glottal stops? And another subscriber asked for help with words like help and how to use the glottal stop. So that's what today's video is about. So let's get started. Let's start with glottal stop exercises. Let's say uh-oh, 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 uh-oh. That first is a glottal stop. Now let's say ha ha, ha ha, ha ha. Now let's just say ha, ha. Do you feel it? It should feel like you're trapping the air here. Ha, ha. It's a good way to find a glottal stop. Ha. What are the rules for a glottal stop? Well, if the word has NT in it and ends on a syllable like mint or fountain, you use a glottal stop. For example, the words mint, pint, want, mountain, fountain. That is using the true T, the T sound. Did you hear it? Now I'm going to use a glottal stop for each of them. Mint, pint, want, mountain, fountain. Let's try that again. Mint, pint, want, mountain, fountain. Those are really difficult to say without saying them in a sentence. I've never hiked a mountain. I've never hiked a mountain. That's a beautiful fountain. That's a beautiful fountain. That's a beautiful fountain. Were you able to say those with a glottal stop? But remember, you can't use a glottal stop if the word ends with S, because TS makes its own sound. Mints, pints, wants. If the word ends with RT, we also use a glottal stop. Let's practice the words heart, art, and court using a glottal stop. Heart, art, court. Heart, art, court. Did you hear the glottal stops? Now remember, if it's plural or ends in S, you have to say ts. Hearts, arts, courts. Double T is also a glottal stop. Let's practice these words. Written, cotton, button. Written, cotton, button. Written, cotton, button. Now, with the plural of the word buttons, you can use a glottal stop because it's not TS. Let's try the plural. Buttons, buttons, buttons. Words that end in ATE can also use a glottal stop. Let's practice the words concentrate, vibrate, accurate, gate. Be careful. Sometimes ATE makes an it sound. I've done a video on the ATE sound, and you can go to that video and learn those rules. Now let's practice those words. Concentrate. Concentrate. Vibrate. 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 Accurate. Accurate. Gate. Gate. But remember, if those words end with S, you can't use a glottal stop. Listen. Concentrates, vibrates, gates. Words that end in GHT also use a glottal stop. But again, can't use it if it ends in S. But let's practice those words with a glottal stop. Height, light, right. Now with a glottal stop. Height, height. Light, light. Right, right. Words that end in a vowel, A, E, I, O, U, and T also use a glottal stop. Let's practice that, it, got. That, that. It, got, got. But remember, if it ends in S, you can't use it. T's. That's, it's. Don't say gots. Now, the glottal T is the most common, but let's not forget the alveolar stop. It's also known as a flap T. And you might hear that from some other teacher, and it's fine. That's just another term. Here are the rules for the flap T. It's easier to say than alveolar stop. Words with double T and have ER uses that flap. Listen to the words better, letter, butter. Now let's try with the stop. Better, better. Letter, letter. Butter, butter. That double T turns into a D sound. Did you hear it? Again, better, letter, butter. Be careful. I'm not stressing that T. I'm not saying letter, butter. No, 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 no. Don't do that. Better, letter, butter. The next rule is a little bit difficult. Words that end in a vowel and have a T and is not the last word in a sentence, and the next word is a vowel sound, then you can use the flip. Let me give you some examples of that. Listen, I didn't know that I had one. 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 Did you hear that? There were two of them. I didn't know. I didn't know that I had one. I didn't know that I had one. I didn't know that I had one. Here's the next one. Wait a minute. 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 Did you hear that? There's a flip and a glottal stop. Wada, wada, minute. At minute, I stopped. Minute. The next rule is that words ending in ty use that flip, like the word mighty and the word 40. Let's try those words, mighty and 40. Mighty, mighty. 40, 40. Mighty and 40. I did a video on numbers that also talk about using that flip when we say the words 40, 50, 60, 70, and so on. And you can watch that video too. Okay, back to glottal stops. A glottal stop can be used with other consonants, such as P, and this is where the second question is being answered. How to use a glottal stop with P. It usually occurs when the P is at the end of a syllable, unless it ends in S. Be careful with S. This doesn't include words with double P. Because a double P, you have to say P. For example, zipper, copper, stopper. You cannot use that glottal stop. But if it's a single P, then you can use a glottal stop. For example, words like pop, stop, and top. Pop, pop. Stop, stop. Top, top. You can also use a glottal stop if the P is in the middle of the word, but be careful. You have to make a little stop. Clipboard, clipboard, clipboard. Let's slow it down. Clipboard, 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 clipboard. Let's try laptop. There are two P's here. Can we use a glottal stop? Yes, we can. Laptop, 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 laptop. It sounds funny, I know, but you can use a glottal stop, laptop. I bought a new laptop. I bought a new laptop. I bought the new laptop. Did you hear it? Bought the. Did you hear that? I bought a. Again, we're using that. I bought the new laptop. I bought a new laptop. That intonation, laptop. That first part goes up and down. I bought a new laptop. I bought a new laptop. There are a few of you that might be asking, do I have to use these? And the answer is no, you don't have to use them. They are, however, good to know because there are some, well, quite a few native speakers that use glottal stops and these flips. But not all native speakers use them. Okay? Mostly North Americans use glottal stops. People in Canada, people in the US. I don't think they're used as much in British English, but I know that they are used, and you should hear them and be aware that we do use these. And now that you know the rules to these glottal stops, you can look for them. And a good way to look for them is when you're listening to the audiobooks that I have been posting. Now, right now we're doing Treasure Island, and we've got another 2 weeks of this book, and then I'm going to read a book to you. So keep listening for those glottal stops, keep listening to the books, and I hope that you'll come back again next week because I'll have another one of these videos for you. I want to thank my students for suggesting this video. It was a great idea. And if you have any questions or suggestions, please post them in the comments section below. Okay, my students, until next time, Thank you so much for watching and to keep practicing. Bye.